So I got this YouTube show. It's called What Are People Doing? I'm gonna get a little close for the mic, as far as like, the noise in the background or whatever.
Right.
But I got this YouTube show. It's called What Are People Doing? Where I kind of, ask you what you might have going on at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Where you might have been coming from. Where you from? Are you from outside the city? What do you do? Things like that. I don't want to get in your business too much. I don't need your social security number or anything like that, but I kind of get in your business a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
So,
no worries,
what's your name, my man?
My name is Raj.
Raj.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Raj out here. You got the curly hair going on, man. He's looking good. I said, listen, I know about you, man. You getting all the girls, man. You got to share. You can't just hold all of them for yourself.
Oh,
so
man.
let's see, Raj. That's what's up, man. So what do you do?
So I'm originally from Ohio. I struggled in college, didn't know what to do, did engineering and then switched over to finance. And then I did finance and didn't get a job. So then I moved all the way out from Ohio to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Finally, got my real estate license and I'm working at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services now.
Man, you speeding a little bit, man. Let's walk through it a little bit. So, so you say, what do? You say, go. I'm sorry.
I'm a realtor for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Okay.
It's been quite the journey as a realtor for the past 3 years. It's been ups and downs, a lot of rejections, but I found out at the end of the day, it's always you versus you.
Always you versus you.
Yeah, it's never you versus anyone else. It's always you versus you in discipline. That's how I am making it out here today.
Okay, so I like that. So give me some of that. You said rejections, and then you said you brought up that it's a war. It's you versus you. So kind of talk me through that. Being a realtor, and what were the rejections? Like, what were some of the rejections? What do you mean by that?
It'd be the closest one that say they want to work with you, but they don't. But you can't rely on those people for business. You have to keep going out there, making your name out in this community, and just shaking as many hands as you can.
Okay.
Rejections are gonna keep coming every single day.
Okay.
And in order to be out in the community, you also have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
So you need to be waking up early, making phone calls.
Right.
Staying disciplined to your routine. That's something I've been struggling with the first year I started real estate, and things are starting to take off now for me.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you, because I like to get introspective on my show. I like to get into the pockets of the mind a little bit. You said rejections as far as like people would say that they'll work with you and they end up
Either they say they're not buying, so they hold off on the search of home.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
or like
who are you working with? Who?
Sorry.
Like working with who? Like you say, people will say that they'll work with you, but then they'll change their mind.
So sometimes
working with
a lot of cases that these people already have family realtors that they've been working with. These second gen or third gen, fourth gen clients that I'd be talking to.
Right.
So family realtor, they've already been working with their parents. They're gonna trust him, right?
Right.
It's kind of hard as a kid coming from Ohio with $0 in his pocket, hustling to make a name out in this town with no one knowing who you are.
Right.
You're gonna face rejection left, right, but you just gotta keep tackling it on every single day.
Yeah. So when you're saying working with people, right? You're meaning like people that either trying to buy a house or sell a house?
Yep.
Or you mean like a realtor firm?
No, buy a house or sell a house.
Okay, simply put. Okay, so just kind of, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So we'll come back to that, right? So where are you from? You said Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Ohio, what part of Ohio? Midwest?
Dayton, Ohio, Cincinnati, really. Cincinnati
Dayton, Ohio, that's like, I used to drive trucks, so I kind of know a little bit. That's kind of like 30, 40 miles up from Cincinnati, right?
Yep.
Man, I used to like driving into Cincinnati on 75 and then coming up that hill.
It's a sight to see, man.
Yeah, you see the whole city.
Yeah,
it's fire, yo. It's fire. So break that down, man. How was it coming up in Cincinnati and Dayton?
It's a sports culture out there. Huge Bengals fan, huge Buckeyes fan.
Yeah.
That's all we kind of had there.
Yeah.
Still miss home, my parents, my friends and family. It was kind of tough to just like put everything aside and just move out to a city not knowing anyone.
Did you have siblings coming up or anything?
Yeah, I have a younger brother. He's in college right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing pre-med.
So he was kind of like, you're like maybe like what? How far are y'all apart in age?
6-year age gap.
6-year age
Yeah,
gap.
it's
So
big.
you kind of was kind of showing, he was kind of looking at you for everything. You were kind of like, in high school, this is what you're gonna look for, things like that and things like that. Okay, that's what's up. So how were you in high school, and what were you like looking to do in high school? Like, take me back to the transition coming out of high school. Like, did you go to school or did you work jobs? What was kind of your mindset of like leaving out of high school?
I was a kid, man.
Yeah.
I didn't look at life in a reality scope of lens, I'd say. I was a huge tennis player. I had a lot of friends. And then in college, I kind of went through some shit, freshman year specifically.
So you did go to college. What college did you go to?
The Ohio State University.
You went to the
Yeah.
Ohio State. You gotta say it like that. You went to the Ohio State University. So what was that, man? What made you go? First of all, did you get a scholarship? Did you have to pay for it?
I had to pay for it. Yeah.
Okay. And kind of, what did you major in college?
So I initially started out engineering. I wasn't doing too well. I was always a computer geek, very tech savvy when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And I thought this is something that was meant for me, but when I got into the program,
give me that.
When I got into the program, classes were hard. The crowd wasn't my type of crowd.
Right.
And I just ended up getting into more of it, and depressed, forcing myself to do something I didn't like, but I always did like when I was a kid. To like, one day just snap and be like, I can't do this anymore. It took a minute for me. That so breaking point.
You went Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
So take me through that, because I like that honesty, man. You might help someone else out that's young right now. You kind of went into something, what you said was engineering, and so it was kind of tough, you're saying? Like, take me through that mindset of like, were you just trying to please someone else?
I think I was.
Did someone help you pay for your education?
Yeah, my parents did help.
So you didn't want to let them down.
Yep.
So take me through that mindset again. Kind of see if you can go a little deeper of that mindset of like just trying to please someone else. And how did you know? How far did you get into school? Did you drop out, or how far did you get into school where you kind of said, "Listen, man, I'm messing myself up." And take me through that, and then trying to find like a friend group, were you a popular loner or were you just to yourself? Kind of take me through some of that.
Yeah, no, 100%. So basically, like I said, I was getting depressed. Friends were not really close with me. I even had a girl betray me, which was the breaking point for me, really. And another breaking point was I took summer classes freshman year, which I failed both classes. And that was the breaking point for me. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I gotta switch it up and take my life a little bit more seriously.
Right.
So that's when I chose finance. I just wanted to try it out, and I loved it. The crowd was great. I made a lot of friends.
Oh, you picked another major?
Yeah.
Oh, so take me through that. So the work, was it like you just couldn't get in the groove of the school work, or it just looked?
I'm not a good test taker.
Okay, and just the major you picked, the engineering, it just you would say it just wasn't clicking for you?
Yeah, it wasn't clicking for me. It was just not for me.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny because when I switched over to finance.
When you switched over to finance, what year? Your sophomore?
Sophomore year, yeah.
Okay, take me through that.
So
what made you pick finance?
My family's from a hospitality background. We got a lot of hotels. It just makes sense to go back into the family business, or maybe try something new. I was always a fan of becoming an investment banker.
Yeah.
And the economy showed, job market showed when I got out of college, I did not land a single job. So that's why. The funny story was I was still a tech savvy guy during college when I was in finance. And I'd be buying all this camera equipment because I like filmography a lot. Yeah. And I'd be filming videos, and I'd be telling my parents, they're like, why do you need all this stuff, right? Yeah. I'd be like, I might get into real estate one day, right? Right. And after I graduated college, couldn't find a job, I was like, let me just get my license, let's see what happens, right?
So let's Right. So you got your realtor license, but we're gonna come back to the realtor. I love this college thing you're going, because somebody might have to navigate like that. You might inspire someone to switch it up a little bit. Take me back to the mindset. So you ended up graduating in finance. So congratulations on that. You stuck it out because you found something that was more of your groove. You took a leap of faith and you was brave enough to change, but you couldn't even find a job as far as like even your parents during the hotels.
No, that was always there.
Yeah.
But I want to make a name for myself.
I like that. You wanted to get away from your parents and claim your independence. There's nothing wrong with saying that, Raj. You love your parents, but even through the love, you was like, listen, I gotta go out and do something of my own. You know what I'm saying? It's not to try to disrespect or, anything like that, but you wanted to, make a shadow for yourself and, come back to them. Just like, look, I brought this back, basically. So take me through the mindset. The finance was good, a good thing that you picked, and so you were able to find more of a better groove in that. You said your family owned hotels, just in the Ohio area, or?
Yeah, Ohio, Alabama.
Ohio and Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay, so they maybe had like a few hotels. So even when you graduated, will you say, how was that conversation? Was it already booked up? Like, take us through that. Did you try to, or you said you wanted to find your own lane?
I've been saying I want to find my own lane.
That's what's up. What's up. My bad. Yeah, the independence game. Okay, so we ready to come back into that. So take me through that. Take me through the time period out of college. Take me through that mindset of you saying, hey, how long did it take you to know that you wanted to switch up and go do something else outside of finance? And how long did you try to find something in finance?
So I knew the job market was already bad. I've been applying while I was still in senior year of college for like 4 months, and then out of college maybe like 2 extra months.
Yeah.
Nothing was just lining up for me. So I applied for the first Atlanta real estate job I could find. My friend told me about real estate one time. So let me just try it out,
Yeah. You were just taking leaps of faith, trying to be creative, going on an adventure.
Yeah, it's a leap of faith.
Like let me did that kind of like, because you were already brave, you switched from what was it? You switched from engineering to finance, so you already knew about taking leaps of faith and trying things.
Yeah.
So in this mindset, during this time in your life, you were kind of, just being adventurous, would you say?
Yeah.
Just going on an adventure? Okay, so take me through that. So you just wanted to try it. Take me through that mindset of picking real estate and what happened.
So like I said, the first job I applied for, right? I got a job interview while I was traveling to visit my cousins in Atlanta.
Right.
And I went to the interview while I was on trip here, and I just liked the company I was working at the time. And they told me to get my license and move out here. I got my license in 2 weeks and packed up everything in my closet and moved out here within 2 weeks.
Wow. So where were you staying at? You were going to Ohio State. You were staying in Columbus?
Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, Dayton, Ohio.
Post college.
Okay. That's what's up. So you just applied for a real estate job.
Yeah, first.
You heard about it. You say, hey, this could be cool.
Yeah.
Find it because it's a booming business. Did that kind of go into your decision making? The real estate. They say real estate and the stock market. You know what I'm saying? Those are two booming business. That's always going to boom, right?
Booming business, but 2 of the highest turnover rates. A lot of people fail and they quit. They exit the market. Like I said, this game is all discipline. It's all you versus you.
Right. So take me through that mindset. Okay, so did you know what you was getting yourself into, or did you just go for a job interview, just looking for a job?
Did not know what I was getting myself into. It's been a lot of ups and downs, emotional roller coaster. With the economy stuff.
Right.
You got to ignore the news and just keep tackling every day. You get 1% better every day.
Right.
And that adds up over time.
Right.
And it shows.
Yeah. So let me ask you, was there any, what did you start out as in the real estate? When you went to the job interview, is this the same company?
No, I've changed 2 companies so far.
Okay, you changed 2 companies. Okay, I like that you take life and you take leaps of faith, and it's an adventure. You understand that. I like that. So what did you start out at? What position did you start out as when you went into real estate, when you went into the first interview?
So I was specializing in helping investors find next fix and flip properties initially. So my day in my life would look like just cold calling these investors, trying to build a relationship with them, and then try to find them projects and bring it into their pipeline.
Right. That was what you were doing with the firm you was with.
First one, yeah.
Okay.
And then interest rates are too high. Investor activity dropped a lot. So then I switched over to regular residential real estate with eXp Realty.
Yeah.
That was just specializing in helping people get into their home.
Okay, so the first one, when you say you would call these investors and try to find fix and flip properties, so you would basically call people that own properties that were kind of like run down and
renovated, because those are the people who are investors, right?
Yeah.
The rundown ones, you do have to do that to find the deals, right? I
Okay.
didn't really specialize in that. I specialize in finding the investors.
finding the investors to say, hey, I have this property here. What you think about it? You think you might want to? Oh, so it was already. So basically, you were kind of being like a salesman. Would you say?
Oh, no,
kind of like you had to pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were trying to hook the investors up with properties that your company was already involved in, that they already own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So that was okay. So you said you didn't like that one. What happened with that?
Investor activity dropped during that time.
Okay. What year was this?
This was 2023.
Okay, so it was kind of recent. Okay, that's what's up.
Then I got bored of it because I'm behind a desk all day. I'm not really on the field.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just try regular residential real estate. Actually help people who actually want to move into a home or maybe upsize into their forever home.
Yeah.
And it was quite fascinating. Like I'd go on to law showings. I'd help them make decisions.
Yeah.
And it just feels more wholesome that you're actually helping people find their next home that they'll be living in for the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. And so what was that position called?
That's just a regular real estate salesperson.
Real estate salesperson. So you found a new company you went to.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I was doing this. I want to do something else. Well, how did that conversation go? Like, did you have to kind of sell yourself, or this was kind of like, hey, what do you have that I can, kind of get into? How did you say, look, I can go out to the house and, because you might inspire someone. Did you come looking suave like this? You know what I'm saying? Did you come with the drip? Did you come? How did they say? What did you do to have to say, look, new real estate company, I want to be the guy that worked for you guys and kind of like show the houses, kind of close the sale for you, because that's a big position. You know what I'm saying? How did that conversation go? How did you sell yourself with that?
How did I sell myself? By providing value. I would give them guidance and help them narrow down their search, and just like help them paint them a picture of what to expect when they hit the market, when they start looking at homes.
No, this is what I meant. The company that you went to, that you worked for to do the closing, how did that conversation go? How did you say, hey, I can be the guy that goes out to the houses and show the people the house? How did you, or is it just they just want to see what you can do?
The company, it was a nationwide company. I never had a boss or anything. I just signed up for the company.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have to sell myself to the company, but I did have to sell myself to the people.
Yeah.
In terms of finding clientele.
So, cause we're trying to understand it, because I know the audience is going to want to know, the question that I'm asking, they're going to want to know, how that process works. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the company was like, hey, look, I'll give you a chance. Did you have to do an interview?
No, nothing at all. This is a nationwide company. All I did was sign up, hung up my license there, and use their name.
Because you already had to get your real estate license.
Yeah.
So take me through that. So getting your real estate license, they were kind of like, you already had to kind of learn how to kind of like talk to the people and kind of present things and kind of sell yourself.
Yeah,
was that it?
It's all self-taught. Either you get assigned a mentor if you can find one, but I didn't really have a full-time mentor. I was all self-taught.
Right. So how long did that take to get your real estate license?
The license?
Yeah.
It took 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Wow, it took 2 weeks to get your real estate license. So this game is kind of like, if I'm getting it correct, and kind of like the audience, their mind is going to, it's kind of like a let's see what you can do kind of like industry, right?
Yeah.
Can you sell the house or not? Can you you kind of say that? You kind of say that's kind of what it, kind of like how it goes? Because you said self-taught. So it's
self-taught in terms of 80% of your time working as a realtor is lead generation. You got to be making calls, finding clientele, right?
Right.
After that's when the real business starts. That's when you have to. There's two sides of it, right? There's listing side and there's buy side.
Right.
Buy side, you're actually helping people move into their next home.
Right.
Sell side, you're helping people get the most top dollar for the home.
Right.
Buy side is much more of an emotional process than the sell side. Sell side,
they're trying to get
really
out of there.
have to close yourself because you're competing against thousands of realtors here in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. So it's basically like you're doing like a lot of mismatching going on. You're like the matchmaker.
Yeah.
You're like the middle guy matchmaker, and it's like, listen, if I can help you if I can bring this buyer to you, I have your business, basically.
Yeah. pretty much.
Okay. So it's kind of like it's kind of wide open when you say you're competing. So that's why I see you in there. The way you was moving and grooving, man, you looked like you had something that you had going on. I was like, I gotta interview this guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like would you say it's kind of independent in a way, right?
It is independent because most of the times you meet people randomly in this business, like how I met you in the grocery store.
Right.
That's why you always gotta dress professionally, just because you gotta be ready for your next opportunity.
Right.
You never know who you're gonna meet. You never knew. I mean, I might even quit real estate tomorrow. I might meet someone who might give me an opportunity.
Right.
And in order to be ready for that, you gotta dress professionally.
Right. You gotta look the part. That's what's up. So you've done have you been in the mix? You say you've been doing this for 3 years now?
3 years now, yeah.
So you've been in the mix with some business deals? You've closed some things?
I'll close quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, so you feel good and confident to call yourself and say, hey, I'm Raj, I'm the realtor.
Yeah, I'm the realtor. I'm the guy who's gonna find your next home, or the guy who's gonna get you top dollar for your home.
That's what's up, Raj. That's what's up. I like that, man. I like that. So, do you have anything that you want to plug, man? I always say, before I do that, I got 2 more questions for you. So, right now, what is your current fight right now? What are you trying to learn in real time in your life? Like, what are you trying to master right now? Anything.
I'm working on 2 things. Cold calling, full time, because my scheduling, I'm still working on it.
So what is cold calling?
Cold calling is randomly calling people.
Okay.
And they don't know who you are, and you have to build a relationship with them.
Kind of like how I walked up on you and said, hey, I want to do an interview.
Pretty much. But, most of the times, it's a no. You get rejected a lot.
Yeah.
And you just got to be ready for it, and you got to have a big gut, man.
I forgot to ask you about that. And then I'm going to go back to what are you learning? The rejection and you versus you. Go into that a little bit. Does it kind of like, is it like a confidence you have to build? Go into that a little bit.
You have to build. If you get rejected, you move on to the next person you got to call, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people will get distracted and they'll shoot themselves in the foot and maybe like not work for the rest of the day.
Right.
It's all discipline. You gotta keep tackling it and expect rejection is gonna happen.
Right. It's like when people tell me no, that's not gonna stop me from trying to find another interview.
Yeah, pretty much.
Basically. So you gotta build that strong skin, man.
Yeah.
Did it kind of just come naturally? Like, listen, I can't stop. I got something I'm doing right now. Did it kind of come like that naturally, or did it take a lot of, like, take me through those nights, that mental alchemy? We trying to get in your mind, Raj.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you one thing about myself. My family business, growing up, we didn't really had too many businesses. I lived in the hotel.
Right.
In like an apartment style.
Right.
I've never lived in a home all my life.
Right.
Right? So going into real estate, helping people find their next home, and while you've never lived in a home yourself, it's always something I really wanted to have, a home, right? But being able to help other people get there has given me such a drive.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just really driven and hungry to make people's dreams happen.
Yeah. So that kind of you versus you was like you had to kind of defeat the bad stuff of you that's kind of like trying to keep you away from that drive. It's like, no, this is what we doing out here, and you enjoy it. That's what's up. That's what's up. So it keeps you going. That's what's up. Yeah. So you're learning cold calling, right? So what else?
Commercial real estate. So people say that people always do what they grew up doing, right?
Yeah.
So like I said, my family business has been in hotels, right?
Yeah.
Just ever since I started at my new company, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Yeah.
I've been getting mentored in the commercial side,
And that's commercial side. That's more like apartments, hotels.
hotels, restaurants.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Since I started, I mean, people just been naturally coming to me for business.
Right.
And I'm excited to learn that different side of real estate and
Right.
help bring money to people's pockets.
Right, because it's not just more, it's not so more of them living there, it's like business now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where they have an apartment building that they can rent out, you know what I'm saying, or a restaurant or things like
Yeah.
that. So that's the new curve that you're going into.
Yeah.
That's what's up, Raj. I like that, man. It's excited. I like that excitement for you, man. That's what's up.
Thank
so
you, man.
my show wouldn't be called What Are People Doing, you know, if I didn't ask you this question. What you doing right now, man? We nosy. I want to get in your business. You look suave. You gonna see a girl. You gonna see.
No.
I know what's going on. One of those houses you closed was a nice little single woman on the prowl.
No.
That ain't the only thing you closing out here. What you got going on, Rod? Give it to us. What you doing right now? Where you going at?
I'm gonna go back and cold call people, and if I land an appointment, I'm ready to get going there.
That's what's up. So
Yeah.
you got the work going on. You just came to Whole Foods. Your job is right next to Whole Foods. You
Yeah.
kind of come in here and snack real quick
Hell yeah.
and kind of keep it moving.
Yeah.
That's what's up, Raj. Hey, man.
Business is efficiency. It's right next door, so I come eat lunch out here all the time.
14th Street in Midtown Atlanta. Good location, right?
Yep.
That's what's up, man. Hey, Raj is on a steady flow. He's trying to close, and he has that mindset of growing into the next phase. I like that, man. I appreciate you being a good sport, man. Thank you, and I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And you have a good day.
You too.
All right.